All right, welcome to episode 8 of the Commissioner Show. We're going to be doing a draft recap. I've got two of the prospects on here. One of them went to my team, the Wolves, Bryson Livingston, and then the other, the number one overall pick, Brody, who went to the Extreme. So I'll start off with just how'd you guys get into wiffle ball, and yeah, just talk about your wiffle ball background first.
All right. So when we had Seth, one of the other prospects who got drafted. We had Seth over, and we were just playing with a tennis ball and a metal bat. We wanted to see how far we could hit it, and then we found that we had wiffle balls in our garage, and then we just started playing. And we started in late 2016, and then since then we've just grinded.
We first met you guys through our Western Wiffle Ball Classic tournament, and then since then we've had like a combine. We saw you guys at the MLW tournament. How'd you guys find out about the Western Wiffle Ball Classic?
Just hanging out, and Brody heard about the Western Wiffle Ball Classic, and he just told us about it, and we got excited, and then we got registered in.
You guys did pretty well last year. I think you guys semifinals.
Yeah, we made it to semis. Tough loss. That was a heartbreaker. I'm not gonna lie.
Getting into the draft itself, Brody, I'll start with you. You went number one overall. Just curious, before the draft, what were your expectations? Did you think you were gonna go? Like, where did you think you were gonna go? Who did you want to go to? Like that kind of stuff.
To be honest, I thought I had a good feeling that I was going to go first, but I was planning on either the Extreme or the Diamonds for sure. I definitely wanted to play with Zach 100%. That's why I'm really excited for the season. I was so ready to play with Zach. I mean, at the combine, he was just so much fun.
Yeah, for sure. Then Bryson, same question.
I initially wanted to go like second or third, and then I just kept getting like drafted lower, and then I was fine with going with the Wolves.
Yeah, were you surprised?
Yeah, I was kind of shocked, but
yeah. So from like the manager's perspective, Zach had like no doubt, like he was going Brody number one like since the combine, but right after that we had no clue who was going where. So like Carson was probably gonna take his friend, who honestly nobody really thought he was that good. And then I was watching his highlights during his pitching highlights were pretty good. I was really surprised actually. So Carson, he kind of wanted to go with him. The guys before didn't have much interest in Soren. So, when Ian there's another guy, Ian, who's gonna be in this. Seth was kind of a late addition, and he took Ian's spot. That would have mixed it up more, but Seth's more of a he can I think he's more like pitching and hitting, so I think it evened it out more. The Diamonds I feel like he's a safe play, so the Diamonds took him. And then the altitude, I'll say the altitude really wanted Evan, so they got him at 3, which then led Bryson to drop to me, which is I think it was perfect for our team. So yeah, it's gonna. It was definitely an interesting draft. It was pretty fun, I'd say, in terms of I was surprised with Seth going to and all that.
Yeah, I had a blast with the draft.
I mean, moving on. Next season, Brody, you're probably gonna take the role of the number one pitcher, I'd say, for the Extreme. What are you excited about for that team? You mentioned Zach. Just who are you excited to face? Just talk about that.
I think any series that's going to be against anyone who's on Rockslide, it's going to be really fun. I think the one against the Wolves is going to be really fun, mainly because I'll get to pitch against you and I'll get to pitch against my own brother, and I'm going to K him up every single time. No, but I think I'm just excited because I think that 3-12 can definitely be flipped around to 12-3. I could see it. I do wanna try and get. I do have goals set for myself, and I need to hit those marks, or else I'm not gonna be happy with my performance. So I just need to do it on both sides of the ball.
Would you like to share any of those, or are you keeping those?
A couple of them. I mean, just for rookie of the year. I need to win that. That's I need to hit that like on the head. And then I have like specific like hitting ones. Like I need to have a certain amount of RBIs and need to have a certain amount of hits. Need to hit above at least 350. Those are just my goals. And then I do think that the first series of the year is going to be crazy.
Yeah, we're not gonna reveal that. That's actually next week's video. But I mean, yeah, let's just say whether it's you guys or whoever's in opening day, it's gonna be a fun one for sure. Um, yeah, Bryson, who are you most excited to face as both pitcher and hitter? Because I know you'll be pitching.
Definitely Brody. Yeah, and the Eastern Extreme. Yeah.
The extra, okay.
Um,
So we'll look
yeah,
forward to that series for sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so I think like you said, it's gonna be fun to see you guys play against each other. One of the comments on the YouTube video said that it was actually by a guy who's like literally he typically critiques the Panthers pretty hard. I think it's ECK Sports. He said number 4, I think it was Soren. The Panthers guy should have gone 1. And I was kind of shocked by that to see that. What do you have to say to that? Because I think I saw you responded to that comment. And then he wrote me about that. So what do you have to say to that?
I'm gonna prove him wrong. I saw that and I was like, okay, well, interesting take, but yeah, okay. I do think I was also shocked, like you were saying about Soren's pitching. I when we faced him in the Western Football Classic, he definitely wasn't that guy. Yeah, we faced him. We played them. He was all right. Like he definitely wasn't the same guy. You can tell that he's been working on it, and I'm gonna give him props for that. He's gonna be a fun one to play against too, for sure.
All right, moving on. Brody, going back to you, what are some of your just tell everyone like what are your strengths, what pitches you throw, just so they can get familiar with you. And then I'll ask Bryson the same question.
All right, so I'm a lefty, so the pitches are going to be a little different. They're not going to work for everyone, but I got just a fastball, slider, screwball, curveball, riser. Those are my main 5. Occasionally I'll slide in a knuckleball just because. And I think that my best pitch is probably my fastball, just because I can get it up there in velo. But then when I'm not, I think my best one's definitely either my slider or my screw. So
Yeah, go ahead, Bryson.
I have 4-seam. I have a 2-seam. I have a slider, and I have a curveball. My strongest pitch is probably my slider, my fastball. I can get my fastball up in velocity. I can get a lot of swings and misses in my slider. My curveball is not the best, but I'm still working on that. But really, my fastball and my slider are my best pitches.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. I mean, just from a Wolves perspective, I think I told you this, but you'll definitely be pitching at least one game a series. I can like throw a little harder, more aggressive when I'm pitching too. So we'll see how that goes. What are you guys' predictions for the season in terms of like where do you think your team's gonna end up? Try not to be super biased, I'd say, but like I mean, just talk about like not necessarily what you're looking forward to, but like where you want to get to or what's realistic or something like that.
some of the expectations that I think we like, some of my predictions, kind of tie with expectations. But I think that for the extreme, I think that we can. I think we will have a winning record. What that'll be, I'm not really sure. It could be 8-7. It could be 12-3, like I was saying. I don't think that I could see a season where we do like a repeat of last year where we go 3-12 again. I think that all the teams are even now. I don't think that there's going to be anybody who's ridiculously bad or unbelievably like overpowerful. So those are just mine.
For me, I think the Wolves. I think they're gonna have a good. They're gonna have a good year. Probably a repeat of World Series, maybe. I think the Extreme are gonna be a lot better than they were last year. I think. I mean, with the addition of Evan, it was altitude, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
With the addition of Evan, that's gonna be some good pitching. The addition of Seth, the Diamonds are gonna be more balanced than they were last year. Yeah, again, it's going to be a lot better of a balance in each of the teams.
Yeah, I mean, I think Brody mentioned it. I mean, every single team is balanced this year. It's hard to say what's going to happen. The one team I could see, I mean, they're probably the biggest wild card is the Diamonds, because I want to see how Seth and Dylan Fisher. I think they could be number one seed or they could be last depending on how things work. It's gonna be Seth, Dylan Fisher, and Matthew Saba, I'm assuming. So it should be a fun team to watch. And then I think the altitude, it'll be interesting to see if they can get over like the hump almost against my team and other teams as well. So yeah, Joey in the offseason looked really good, especially. I just want to throw that one out there because that would be big for the altitude next year. Yeah, do you guys have anything to say before we wrap it up?
No?
Let's go Extreme.
All right, thanks for joining. We'll be back next week with I think it's a league update, where we're gonna discuss rule changes. Sort of like last year we had something like this, so it's gonna be a big announcement video for sure. Thanks for joining, and yeah, we'll see you next time.